Okay, okay, okay. Y'all, I can watch this forever. Like forever, ever, forever, ever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. All right, all right, all right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I am Intuitive Mom. Let's go ahead and share the link. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to come back. We're going to come back to 10 miles of peach tree. All right. It's actually very cold in here. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. I am Intuitive Mom. All right, so I am going to do a reading slash talk. All right, yeah. We're going to talk about Saturn. We're going to talk about karma. We're going to talk about some chaos. We're going to talk about all of that good stuff. Okay, so the title of this video, this read, is Trying to Outslick Saturn Karma. Soldier sold to Asuras seeking power. Heal your deity generational curse. Very long, a lot of information in there, okay? A lot of information, a lot of, right? So, we are going to talk about it. We are going to do a read on it. And hopefully you get something out of this. My forehead is shining like it's lining. Okay. Forehead is forehead today. But anyway, so hopefully you get something out of here. I will not be long on here. I always say that. And it turned into hours. Okay. Oh, my yantra is crooked. So, dear Divine, please bless and charge me with the energy to bring a balance to my complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, all of that good stuff. Please block out any interferences, any dark energy, return it back to the light. Please expose any dark energy playing in the collective as well. Protect me and my family from any dark energy, this lifetime, past lifetime, future lifetimes. And please Jama Kali, Jama Durga, bow to Shri Sai, may peace be with all. All right. So, it's funny. Earlier, I was, like way earlier this morning, maybe. I don't even know if I was awake yet, but I had some things on my mind. I guess maybe I was dreaming about them. Maybe I wasn't dreaming about it. Maybe I was awake. I'm not sure, right? And some things were coming up in my brain. And it was about, I used to have this banner that said, pray for your enemies, right? And so I think that I was half awake, half sleep, half meditating, right? Somewhere up in there. And this had to be about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, maybe earlier than that. Because I remember waking up about 3 something, right? But I was like, I looked at the time and I was like, it's too early to get up. I already wake up early anyway. But I was like, 3 o'clock is too early. I'm not going to start my meditations at 3 o'clock, okay, in the morning. I'm just not. So, even if spirit wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, why are you waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Is it something of urgency, right? So, we just have this agreement. And something was happening with my spine of some sort, right? Something was happening with my spine. Not anything bad, but it was as if something was being removed from my spine. Okay? Like out of my I don't know how to explain it, but it felt as if like it was a sensation, but at the same time, it was kind of creepy. Okay, at the same time, it was kind of creepy because it was something that I've never felt before, but it was like a overwhelming, but not overwhelming sensation. And all day today, my back has felt like I needed to be sitting straight up, right? And I'm like, what's going on with that? Like, why am I, feeling the urge to sit straight up? And so, it's so funny. I love YouTube. I absolutely love YouTube. And so, yeah, that's what I've been feeling like all day today. And so, I'm saying this for a reason because while I was going through those feelings, that banner, pray for your enemies, popped up in my head. To the point where when I actually did wake up, I was like, let me go and find it. Let me go and find the banner. But then I changed my mind again. I was like, I don't, everybody know to pray for your enemies. You just pray for the people of the world. I always pray for them. But anywho. And so, yeah, I think that's a word for someone, is like pray for your enemies. Pray for those that want to, bring what they think they're your enemies. I'm saying enemies, but the people that think they're your enemies, they're not really your enemies. They're enemies of themselves, right? So let's get some incense burning so we can go ahead and drop these messages. So we are going to burn wood of gods, oud. We're going to burn the wood of the gods. So first part of my message is trying to outslick karma. All right, trying to outslick karma. Now, what does this mean? I was talking to my sister earlier, and shout out to my sister Amanda. She actually gave me this first part of this title, trying to outslick karma. We was talking about it, and the crazy part is that this is how it goes when you try to outslick karma, right? This is what I've been noticing in the collective. All right, this is what I've been noticing, is that people are hiding behind energy work. They're hiding behind energy work. They're trying to present all energy work as, you know what, I got to put all this together. Soldier soul to Asuras seeking power. They're trying to make it as if all energy work is light work, and it's not. Okay? All energy work is not light work. You're not doing the divine a justice by doing certain things. By let me go get my blanket or something, because it's cold. And I know I'm just gonna get colder. coming back. Asked my husband what he watching tomorrow movie to go to sleep on. So people hide behind energy work a lot, right? And that has been a big problem. So that is where I'm getting trying to outslick Saturn Karma, right? Instead of like taking any type of accountability, they just think that they can start doing certain types of energy work. And most of the energy work that I'm noticing that a lot of people are trying to do, the ones that are trying to run from their karma or not take any type of accountability or, you know, whatever. I've noticed that they do a lot of protection work. They do a lot of protection work, okay? They are a lot of protection work. And then also a lot of love work. A lot of like they try to hide behind Venus, okay? And the thing is, like, with Venus and Saturn energy, you know what? Let me look up. Let me look up something. Okay, a karmic connection between individuals often suggesting a long, stable, built-in commitment duty. Okay. So a Venus-Saturn relationship in a natal chart can be interpreted as a karmic connection between individuals, often suggesting a long-term, stable partnership built on commitment and duty. Okay, built on commitment and duty. Saturn's influences can make it challenging to express emotions freely, potentially leading to feelings of loneliness or disconnection in a relationship. While outward display of affection might be less prominent, this combination can lead to deep emotional connections and intimacy built on trust and understanding. The blend of Venus and Saturn fosters a mature and responsible approach to love with focus on long-term goals and shared values. Restrictions and limitations. Saturn's emphasis on responsibility and duty can sometimes lead to feelings of restriction or lack of spontaneity in the relationship. Okay. So this is a very powerful connection, right? Venus and Saturn, they have a very powerful connection, right? And so what I'm finding is that people, instead of working with both energies, they would work with one, right? And I do tell, Robbie, do tell. Okay, I guess I can understand that because I love my Saturn sign, right? But my Venus sign, I'm just like, oh my God, she is, I don't want to say annoying, but I have a Venus Libra Scorpio, okay? Straight and really like a Venus Libra. Like, let's just be real about what it is, okay? It's a Venus Libra, right? And with that energy, I have to be very responsible, okay, with doing Venus work. So I gravitate more towards my Saturn energy, right? I love my Saturn energy. My Saturn energy gives me a lot of discipline when it comes to spirituality, all right? I don't play about spirituality. And so what I've been finding is that a lot of people are they're ignoring Saturn. So they're ignoring their karma. They want to go ahead and say, well, this motherfucker getting karma, that motherfucker getting karma, that motherfucker getting karma, this person getting karma for doing this to me. And I'm just like, when are you getting karma? You know, like when are you getting karma? Like people think that they can issue justice and judgment amongst another person without taking any type of accountability. So without name dropping this reading, I'm just going to go ahead and just move on from that, right? I'm just going to go ahead and move on from that because I don't want to keep talking about no past stuff. And that's the other thing too. So this title came about when I was talking to my sister, like earlier this week, maybe last week, I don't know. It was a conversation that was had and she was like, have you ever listened? She had asked me something in the lines of, no, not listen. She asked me, have I ever done a reading? Did she say do a reading or listen? Let's just say do or listen, right? And she was like, and the energy be like for instance, I have to give an example because I can't remember exactly what she said, but I have to give the example of, okay, you're saying that like in the reading, this person cheating, they about to get karma, they need this, they've been doing this, they've been doing that, or whatever the case. But in reality, it's that. So you're saying like, oh, Libra is cheating. Libra is cheating, right? Okay, and in reality, it's not Libra that's cheating, it's Libra's partner that's cheating. And so I had told her, I was like, no, what I get a lot of, I said, not me personally, like what I get a lot of, but what I hear a lot when it comes to people that I read for is that they try to hide in past life energy, right? They'll say that, oh, I'm dealing with somebody in the past life that did this to me, or they did this to me, or in the past life I had this relationship with this person, or I had this relationship with this past life with this person. Now, the thing about past life regression readings, right? That y'all know I have a few of them on my channel. They might be I'm pretty sure that they're locked up unless you have a link to them. You totally missed them, right? But I do past life regression readings, and in the past life regression readings, when I channel, most people are dealing with those same people. Karma. It's just karma. So let's say that, okay, I'm a life path number 1. So a lot of my lessons, they come from experiences and whatnot, right? So I had this, which past life I want to talk about? Oh, I got to talk about one of my sisters. Okay. So with one of my sisters, there was a past life that we had where she took care of me, right? And then fast forward, this present life, that sister also took care of me, right? I'm not talking about this, I ain't gonna say which one of my sisters, but that sister also took care of me, right? The same problem that I had with her in that life, well, not even her, but that I had in that life, which was abandonment, is also in this life, right? So essentially, we're just repeating the game over and over again. This is what Saturn does. Saturn presents you with the same thing over and over again for you to resolve it. And the more you hide from it or run from it, the more your life is just going to repeat. And I know the crazy part is that motherfuckers know that. They know that. They just be like, I'm going to handle it next week. Or I'll handle it next lifetime. But And my studying and what I'm coming to find out is that you're actually cutting your lifeline down. Okay, you're cutting your life short. I don't know how else to put that, but that's what we're getting. If you don't want to resolve certain issues, divine is kind of going to look at you like, you ain't about to, they already know what decisions it is that you're going to make. But anyway, so we're going to move on from that. All right. Sold your soul to the Asura. All right. For power seeking. Now, Asura is a dark energy. Okay. It is a demigod. It is, y'all can look this up on Google. All right. Handy dandy Google. You can look into it with Vedic astrology. Somebody is going to take it and try to say, well, you know what? Asura was a king. There are a lot of kings that betrayed their kingdom, that betrayed their people. So yeah. So Asura is the opposite of God energy. All right. A lot of generations before we were in this particular generations sold their soul so that they can come up. Right. Now I took a screen recording, but I'm on my phone. I took a screen recording earlier. I took a screen recording of a podcast that I listened to, right? And I want y'all to know, this is kind of what was said in the podcast. I'm going to play it, and then we're going to talk about it. First, let me blow my nose.
And everything. Okay. Specifically for these kind of course, you cannot filter everything. That's not possible humanly. But on a broad level, if there are people who are willing to say suddenly comes in, there may be a lot of people with a lot of money. I'm sure the world has a lot of rich people. Somebody thinks that I'll go and give a huge amount. So it is always better to not rush into that. Think about it, meditate on that, and follow the guidance that comes from the deities. Do not use your own mind. Do not, with money, greed is a problem. You have to be very careful. It is all right if the temple takes 20 years.
It is all right if the temple takes 20 years. Don't rush.
Without naming anybody, I was having this discussion with a spiritual friend of mine some days ago. And that's for generic spiritual organizations, all the ones that I see today. As such, I have nothing for, against, nothing with them, neither with their practitioners. My best of luck to them. Please carry on whatever you're doing. If it's helping you, very good. But whenever there's a spiritual organization and it takes an exponential jump materialistically, like suddenly there's an explosion of ashrams everywhere, and there's a huge amount of money involved and this and that, and that's an exponential jump. Okay, which normal course may, it is not that easy to make that kind of materialistic jump. My deepest hunch is that there are some other forces involved in it. Not only deities. Oh. No deity, nobody gives you exponential amount of money at a very short time. Nobody, no deity will give you that. But lower beings can, if you engage with them.
So I'm going to stop it right there. So what he said was that no deity gives you an expedition amount of money, of power, or anything like that. Right? Not even Mahalakshmi, not even Shiva, not Kali. Well, those aren't. No deity does. Right? No being. They make you work. Right? But lower beings will. Meaning an Asura. A dark energy. So what we have seen And I've said this before, right? I said this before. You know, there are a lot of smaller channels, right? There are a lot of smaller spiritual channels that are slowly growing, right? We're slowly growing. We do the work. We, we come out here, we provide the energy. Half of us go to work, more than half of us, get up and go to work. We don't just be online all day. We don't make videos all day, right? And we are really doing the work. We're praying off camera. We are creating off camera. We are tapping in with deities, with gods, with and I'm saying deities, and I mean all deities, okay? Deities, gods. I'm not talking about entities. I'm not talking about low vibrational beings. I'm not talking about no devils, no demonology. I'm not talking about none of that. We're not doing none of that. But I've noticed that a lot of fast growing spiritual accounts that have come up in the last, my throat chakra just did something, y'all. My throat chakra just did something. So, and I already knew this was gonna happen. I already knew it. It's been, everybody will feel better tomorrow. Everybody feel better tonight after I'm get done. Okay? Whatever. I've noticed that a lot of, and this is no hate to them, right? But I've noticed that a lot of these spiritualists, these spiritualists, these content creators, right? I've noticed that a lot of them, they have grown extremely fast. And if you pay attention to what it is that they are talking about, they are saying certain entities' names, right? They're mentioning these dark lower beings. They are making you, other people online that need a healing, that are a little bit lost in the sauce as well, too, right? They're trying to recruit you. They want to recruit you. They want you to go and look up what that entity name is, right? They're mentioning their names. They're recruiting you. They want you to search it. They want you to say it. They want you to repeat it to your person, okay? Because they want to recruit your person as well, too. They're like, da 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 da, right? Now, I know this to be true because when it comes to God and it comes to the goddesses that I work with, right? Like Ma Durga. I say Ma Durga name because Ma Durga, her name is a yantra. It is a mantra. It is a ritual in itself to say God's name. Every day you should be saying God's name. A name of God. Do you get what I'm saying? And just saying her name, because I told you guys, and it's so crazy because the 32 names of Ma Durga, it is a ritual, right? It is a ritual. It is a protection ritual. It is a healing ritual. It is God's names. More names for God. You can't even count how many names gods have. But I'm telling you, it's none of those demonic names. It's none of those demonic names. I'm not giving y'all no demonic names, okay? And a lot of spiritualists right now, I've noticed that you can really see the dark energy amongst them because for generations, their soul has been gone. Oh my God. Generations, their soul has been gone. It didn't just happen now. Okay? They soul haven't been there for generations. I'm talking about ancestors and ancestors and ancestors and ancestors. That's why they always saying, my ancestors gonna beat your ass. You are your ancestors. You are your ancestors. And guess what? You still ain't whooped his ass yet. You still ain't whooped his ass yet. So, we all know that, you know, your soul is gone. And you did it for power, for clout, for money. But at the end of the day, all of that is crazy. So, anywho, let's go back.
So that's the question I ask. When Ramakrishna Mission, that's I consider them to be reasonably spiritual and authentic. So there, if you read the history, they had to struggle for money.
Go back. Real spiritualists, they go through they have teachers and callings upon their life. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and tap into the reading. Baby, 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 baby. Life. All right. All right. So the next part is, you can think that your soul is not sold, but you might not even be the one that sold it. Your grandma, your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, they probably sold it to the highest bidder at some point, okay? Heal deity generational curses. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this camera so that y'all can see the cards. And let's go ahead and get started, because I have, like, a really good message for y'all. All right. All right. So we are going to start with Aries. We're going to start with Aries. I'm not going through each one. Y'all will see what I'm about to do. Okay? I'm not going through each sign like that. Everything is going to come all together. This could be for your sun, moon, rising, but definitely for your Saturn energy. So look up and see what your Saturn sign is. Okay? Actually, let me just ask. Thank you so much, Divine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do I have permission to douse? Right, back to center. Let me just ask a question in my head first. Thank you so much. Okay. Is this strictly for Saturn signs? All right, thank you so much. So this is going to be strictly for your Saturn sign. Look up, do the work, and see what your Saturn sign is, okay? So, all right. So, Aries, Saturn first. What is it that Divine needs Aries, Saturn to know? Surrender to trust. So, first card out is surrender to trust. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. What is it that Divine wants Taurus, Saturn to know? Surrender to the magic of who you are. Let me ask a question real quick. Am I taking reversals into surrender? No. All right. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, Divine. What is it that Divine wants Gemini, Saturn to know. So that card was surrender to the magic of who you are. Surrender to your soul's path, Gemini. And what is it that Divine wants Cancer, Saturn to know? Surrender to receiving support and love. That's Cancer. What is it? What is it that Divine wants Leo, Saturn to know? Surrender obsessive thinking. What is it that Divine wants? What's that? The Virgo. What is it that Divine wants Virgo, Saturn to know? Surrender frustration. What is it that Divine wants Libra, Saturn to know? Surrender your fear of change. What is it that Divine wants Scorpio, Saturn to know? Surrender your addiction. So fitting for Scorpio, Saturns. So fitting. Okay. Thank you so much, Divine. What is it that Divine wants Sagittarius, Saturn to know? Thank you so much. Surrender to prayer. So fitting for Sagittarius, Saturns, okay? So fitting. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Thank you so much, Divine. What is it that Divine wants Saturn Capricorns to know? Surrender the habit of people pleasing. What is it that Divine wants Aquarius, Saturns to know? Thank you so much. Surrender stress. Thank you so much, Divine. What is it that Divine wants Pisces, Saturns to know? Surrender your attachment to results. All right. So we have 12, and then surrender what is the overall energy. It says flow with what is instead of fighting it. Okay. When you can't change the situation, compassionately accept it exactly as it is, and it will bring you peace. All right. So starting with Aries energy, right? Starting with Aries energy, how to heal your deity generational curse. All right. So it says surrender to trust, Aries. Surrender to trust. So it says trust yourself in your decisions. Won't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. All right. So there could be a deity curse upon your life. All right. Because in a past life, look at that delusion. In the past life, there was a lot of confusion about who to follow, who to trust, right? Who to follow, who to trust, who can you follow, who can you trust. So in this lifetime, the curse that you have to break, I just heard stigma, but the curse that you have to break is dependency, okay? Depending on other people to lead you and guide you, but also do you the right way, okay? Also do you the right way. You are trusting the wrong people, okay? And that is a curse that needs to be broken, all right? It's almost like I'm saying it's almost like, but it is, thank you so much, Divine. You just can't trust everybody. And I'm getting that you've seen red flags before. You've seen green flags before, and you not taking a step forward, but you also seen red flags before. Okay? You could be, the way that you break this curse, this generational curse, is by being more devoted to divine, by listening to divine, okay, by and then whatever it is that divine is telling you, you need to trust that that's what it is, okay? You can't just always follow, okay, well, I know what's right for me, or I know this, I know that, Your ancestors also felt like they knew what was right for you as well too, and they're the ones that made this agreement. They're the ones that made this pact, and now you're the one that's stuck here, not able to make any sound decisions. And when you do make a decision, you going back. You're going back on your word somehow, some way, right? Somehow, some way, you're going back on your word. The Queen of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Cups in reverse. So your intuition could be kind of blocked, okay? There's a need to maybe do a lot more meditation, a lot more crown chakra healing. Okay? Surrender to, so then we have Taurus, surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us. Even in the mundane aspect of life, remember that you are magical beings with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. All right, let's see what does Divine have to say about surrendering to the magic of who you are. The Sun card. So you have a lot of ego issues happening here. You have a lot of ego issues happening here, okay? You could be totally full of yourself. You could think that you are somebody that you're not. I'm sorry, okay? We all do have magic, but I'm getting like you're in a borrowed dress. Okay, with this particular Sun card coming out, it's almost like you could be in doppelganger energy. And Spirit is telling you that, you know, you're worth being just who you are. Okay, just who you are. You don't have to copy anybody. You don't have to be accepted by all. Okay? And then I'm also getting too that you could really benefit from like kind of going outside, being outside a lot more. Okay, being out into the earth. You are a Taurus. You would benefit from that. Let me get another card about the energy from the ancestors with that. Let me just get a card. Somebody could have like a long face of some sort, or whatever the case is. The Three of Pentacles. Look at that. I said long face because I honestly was seeing like a animal or a horse or something like that. It's crazy. Sorry about that, but that's kind of what I was getting. You got the Fool and the Temperance here, but I'm not taking those two, right? This is the Three of Pentacles. So you've been brought up in a generational curse that involves you having to do a lot of things by yourself. So you might, you're a person that enjoys being by yourself of some sort. And that's kind of what the generational curse is. All right. That's kind of what the curse is. It's probably a curse of loneliness of some sort. Like, I don't want to say like loneliness, but maybe you experience a lot of breakups. Okay. With the Three of Pentacles coming out in reverse and the Sun card, maybe this is like a lot of breakups, even like you separating yourself, keeping you confined. Okay. That's kind of how your deity curse is going. You're being confined to just be by yourself. Do you want to break it or not? You're like, well, I'm doing just fine by myself, but are you? When you don't work well with others, you miss out on opportunities. Okay, and that's why you're missing out on certain magic that, it says surrender to the magic of who you are. Okay, not what you've been doing. So who you really are, I don't feel like you've discovered it. It's waiting to come out. The Sun card with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, but you could really benefit from working with others, okay? Surrender to your soul path for Gemini. And it says, your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. So this is Gemini Saturn's. All right, thank you so much. What is the generational deity curse or generational curse for Gemini? The Ten of Cups. So you are supposed to be leading others into their soul path. This could be, oh man, you probably went through a lot of breakups or something, Gemini. You probably dealt with a lot of breakups or a lot of hiccups with the opposite sex. It was on this particular card. Actually, it was on Taurus and this particular card that I said, well, let me see if I'm taking reversals, okay? Embrace every lesson in every moment. And I can see why Divine told me, no, we're not taking reversals, because we have to embrace every lesson in every moment. So you're definitely someone that is supposed to be leading others into salvation. But you feel as if, and this is where the curse is coming in, that is because you feel as if, you know what? We said we're not taking reversals. I'm going to go back to Aries too. But you feel as if you can't guide anybody anywhere while you yourself is needing help. Gemini, you can have a entity. Let me get another card. You can have an entity that is attached to you. What's this Ten of Cups energy? Give me more behind that Ten of Cups energy. Thank you so much, Divine. Actually, no, I'm not going back to Aries. Yeah, the Temperance in reverse. You can have an entity that is attached to you. that's causing a lot of imbalances, okay? This could be an ancestor of some sort with the ten of cups coming out. This could be a past ancestor with the Temperance card. You have a lot of imbalances. This could be some type of generational curse, some type of curse that is, I don't know, like in your vagina or something. Let me take this off for a minute. I don't mean to laugh there because it's not funny, but it's definitely giving like some type of in your solar plexus, okay? A lot of discord here when it comes to like your family. This is definitely a generational family curse of some sort. And it says surrender to your soul's path. So this is something that you yourself have to break. This it's not going to be broken by anybody else. You could be trying to depend on other people to lead you into some type of Ten of Cups energy, but you're in balance, okay? And I'm also getting to that, Gemini, you could be a little selfish as well too, okay? Work on that. All right. So, fourth, Cancer, Saturn. All right, Divine, thank you so much. It says surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and spontaneously nurture you. Surrender to love and support. This is Cancer, Saturn, surrender to love and support. Oh, I just got cold again. It's definitely hard for you to accept love of some sort. But I think you have an understanding to that, right? Allow love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. Surrender to love and support. What is the energy behind Cancer, Saturn, the Emperor? That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like you're necessarily like, this is the Emperor in reverse. I don't feel like you're necessarily like, I can depend on anybody. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you could be very cold-hearted. And that's what I got from these damn polar bears right here. Surrender to love and support. So it's just like, you're kind of cold-hearted. When people want to love you, you kind of, give them the cold shoulder or whatever. And you just like, I don't want to say selfish because you don't even have people around you, Cancer, Saturn. You don't have too many people around you. The people that are around you too, they're probably not great followers. Like, they don't listen to you. They don't take your advice very well. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. The Nine of Cups. They don't take your advice very well. And then it says surrender to love and support. You can have a generational curse of alcoholism. This could be like one of your mother or your father. They could have some type of addiction. Father energy, really, too, with that. Cancer, Saturn. All right, so Leo, Saturn. It says surrender obsessive thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so Leo, Saturn, surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity and even solve the problem. Oh, I just heard something. All right, so Leo, Saturn. you probably shouldn't be doing any type of spell work. You do a lot of love work, a lot of love spell work. You should stop indulging in that. All right, Leo Saturns. Okay, I don't know what it is that you think that you're doing here, but there is definitely a generational curse where people, oh my goodness, where people in your family have done a lot of love work, and this is why the relationships are doomed from the beginning. Okay, and this is why you're getting declined a lot. Okay, so you can break that generational curse by not doing the same thing. Okay, Leo Saturn, definitely a lot of love spell work there. Okay, I don't know if people are trying to do love magic, and we just talked about this. You can also have we just fucking talked about this, Venus in Leo as well too. So you can have Venus in Leo and Saturn in Leo. They could be in the same house. All right, and you're steady trying to get someone or something to, you know, accept you. The Ace of Swords and the Four of Cups, trying to get someone or something to accept you. So this is a decline. So you could break that deity spell work by maybe doing some Venus mantras or Saturn mantras. Both of them. I would do both of them. Venus and Saturn mantras. All right, so Libra, surrender frustration. It says frustration don't always open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, regroup. You may approach the situation more calmly. So what is the deity generational curse for Libra? Thank you so much, Divine, that you are telling them to surrender frustration. What is the deity curse for, okay, the Prince of Wands in reverse? Procrastination. Libra, Saturn. Procrastination. Waiting until the last minute to do something and expecting quick results. Okay, with the Prince of Wands. If you, so I'm getting that your curse may involve you having a lot of blocks when it comes to creating something or opening up new doors or resolving situations. You get frustrated because your ass waits to the last minute. Give me more about that Prince of Wands in reverse and surrender into frustration for Libra. Thank you so much, Divine. For Libra Saturns. The King of Wands. Yeah. So there's no elevation in your career. I'm getting that, you know, Libra Saturn, you could be a person that is, it's like you're a manager, but you're never the director. You're a worker, but you're never the manager. And it could be also that you are not speaking up for yourself as well, and you're kind of like hiding those feelings in. Okay, you're not properly, if you are speaking up for yourself, you're doing it out of frustration. You can have a speaking I don't know what, I don't want to say illness, but it could be something going on with your throat chakra. It could be something going on with your throat chakra. She's like holding, she's like, it's almost like she wants to speak up. She wants to say something, but she's like, oh, I'm not going to say anything. So it could be something with your throat chakra or something like that. You could benefit a lot from like meditation, and then just like, I know this sounds crazy, but maybe you got like little jokes or something. Maybe you have jokes. Maybe Libra Saturn, you want to do like stand-up comedy, but you fear speaking in front of a crowd or some sort. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. That's Virgo Saturn. It still applies. That's Virgo Saturn. Okay? That's definitely Virgo Saturn. Leo, Virgo. Give me one more card for Virgo Saturn. Let's just ask the good old thousand rods. Thank you so much, Divine. Is the King of Wands and the Prince of Wands for Virgo Saturn? Thank you so much. Is it for Libra Saturn? No. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so definitely Virgo Saturn. Give me one more card for Virgo Saturn. For my Virgo Saturns. Surrender, frustration. Oh, okay. So you could be getting overlooked in a lot of situations as well too, Virgo Saturns. Okay? So it's kind of like it like you feel like, so your frustration is also coming in where you feel like, you know, divine is not seeing you, or your prayers are not getting answered of some sort. You could be making a lot of wishes, but I'm really getting that the key to resolving any dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath. Center yourself, regroup, and remain, and you may approach the situation more calmly. Give me one more card for my Virgo Saturns. Change. Okay, Two of Pentacles. So definitely needing to change the way you are approaching things. Okay, change certain habits that you have. A lot of habits that you have. All right. Libra Saturns, surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation. I have faith that all is well. All right. So what is it that, what is the generational curse that is up on my Libra Saturns? Six of Wands in reverse. You know what's crazy? It says fear of change. And then you have the Six of Wands. And both of these people are on a horse, right? They're both on a horse. Now, what I'm getting is that this curse has prevented you from moving from your hometown or where you were born, but your parents may not be from this location. Your grandparents are not from this location. Your parents may be from, you know, where you currently live right now, but your grandparents are not. you're wanting to move somewhere, and you know that you could be successful if maybe you change locations or something like that. But there is definitely a mindset that you're in, like some type of curse to keep you where you are, to keep you, from moving about. What is this Six of Wands in reverse for Libra Saturns? What is the Six of Wands for Libra Saturns? The Ace of Pentacles, yeah. And the Lovers at the bottom of the day, working in the spiritual realm. You can have a generational curse where in your life or in your family where maybe it is that you're not married, or there hasn't been a successful marriage of any sort, or maybe you haven't necessarily had that breakout moment in your job either. It's because you're probably stuck where you are. Why is it that Libra Saturns are stuck where they are? Thank you so much. Why is it that they feel as if they are stuck where they are, or there's failure? The Three of Cups in reverse. You definitely don't have, and I wanted to take this up right, but it just would, like, the way it was coming in my eyesight, I just couldn't take it up right. You have the Three of Cups in reverse. Libra Saturn, you could be needing to work with a Taurus Saturn at a distance. At a distance, though. Okay? This Three of Cups in reverse. Grace. This is divinely orchestrated, okay? This is divinely orchestrated. One of your parents could be very, I don't want to say religious, but maybe you were raised a certain type of way. And you yourself is not, you're not religious or anything like that, but it would greatly benefit you to be. Okay? What is the deity curse for Scorpio? It says surrender your addictions, whether you're addicted to substance, food, people, sex, or overworking. Take action to begin to heal the addictions and replace it with a healthier alternative. Okay. What is the generational curse for Scorpio? Saturn's. What is the generation? Oh, the High Priestess. So Scorpio Saturn, you're a spiritual teacher, and I am just seeing that you are probably just tapped into some dark shit. There's a generational curse that really, like, maybe it could involve some type of sex work or overweight or indulging into things you ain't supposed to indulge into. You have a deep subconscious, okay? You're someone that definitely could, even just being a Saturn and Scorpio, you can really tap into the occult or something of that nature. But I'm getting that you could be studying the wrong shit. You could definitely be studying the wrong shit. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a generational curse, but this does feel like, this is like a deity curse. Look at that. It's like something that you have to work out of it. What is surrender your addictions with the High Priestess for Scorpio Saturns? The Star in reverse. Yeah, the only way you're going to be successful is if you work out of these addictions, okay? So you could have this is not like ancestors in the past life. This is actually like you in the past life that have some sort of addictions that you have to clear out. Because they're showing up in this lifetime too. All right, Sagittarius, Saturn. What is the generational curse? To surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe. And answers and support will arrive. What is the generational curse for Sagittarius, Saturnus? The King of Swords. Sagittarius, Saturn. You have a deity curse. Damn, do I want to say that? You did some shit in your past life. What's surrender to prayer? What's surrender to prayer with King of Swords? Like what just came up is crazy. Not just you, but there's ancestors that whatever this is. Look, y'all. The Princess of Pentacles with the King of Swords in reverse. Look at those cards. Look at those cards. There is a deity curse upon you because of, you know, certain sacrifices that was made in the past. Well, you're breaking this by surrendering to prayer. These surrendering cards, you know what, I'll say it last. All right, what is Capricorn? What is Capricorn's right, balance? What is Capricorn's spiritual generation deity generational curse? What is Capricorn's deity generational curse? And it says surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Capricorn, Saturn, you could be getting a lot more like in tune with divine and listening to lighter frequencies and healing. What is the deity generational curse, the past life curse for Capricorn? The Nine of Pentacles. I thought the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, no, that was the Nine of Cups. And the Prince of Pentacles. Okay, so Saturn and Capricorn, you may have been, there could be some type of deity curse. That involves the ability to not have any children. With the Prince of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there could be some type of deity curse that involves you not being able to have any children. All right. And it says surrender to people pleasing. The habits of people pleasing. Okay. Give me one more card with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Prince of Pentacles. Capricorn, Saturn, you could be someone who deals with a lot of witches. Like a lot of witches. And you don't even know you're dealing with witches. Witches get stitches, bitches. Capricorn, Saturn, someone could have you up under a love spell. You could be dealing with Leo, Saturn. What's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Prince of Pentacles? I'm really getting like you could be hearing things. You think you're going crazy. You're just hearing things. Divine is kind of talking to you. Capricorn, Saturn. Divine is talking to you. Damn, Callie at the bottom of the deck. Divine is talking to you and trying to help you hear them. But there's like a whatever this curse is, that someone has you under. By dealing with your deities of some sort is the only way you're going to get out of it. It's the only way you're going to be able to get out of it, because this is definitely like generational. The Nine of Pentacles, this is kind of generational. This is ancient. Whenever I see an elephant somewhere, it just gives me ancient. What's the Prince of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Surrendering habits of people pleasing. Damn. The Five of Cups. Look at that. I see that? Somebody is definitely unhappy. Regret in reverse. And then the Princess of Swords came out, but I'm not taking it. Alright, what is the generational curse upon Aquarius, Saturn? It says, take a few deep breaths. Inhale tension you built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to center. Surrender stress. Aquarius, Saturn, y'all, the first thing that I heard with this is it could be something going on like in your generations, in your family or whatnot. It could be something that, what is that called? Oh my God. Like heart attacks, stress, brain aneurysms, and like just like exploding. Like exploding. It could also be like some type of depression or some sort. All of these are like generational curses. This shit is passed down from lifetime to lifetime. What's surrender stress for my Aquarius, Saturn? What's surrender stress? Judgment in reverse. What's judgment in reverse? What's this deity curse with judgment in reverse? The Lovers in reverse. Escapism is like kind of what I'm hearing too. There is a, this could be Aquarius, Saturn. This could be like some type of curse upon your love life. A lot of divorce or a lot of single people. A lot of single women in the family. A lot of single women in the family. It's been causing, it says surrender stress. It's been causing a lot of chaos because maybe someone is wanting to get married now or looking to settle down, or they're with someone that's kind of pushing forward for marriage or something of some sort. All right, so Pisces, what is the deity generational curse for Pisces? It says surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. What is surrender your results? The deity curse. I mean, surrender your attachment to results. For Pisces. The Two of Cups. Didn't I say somebody could? Did I say that? You could be dealing with a Aquarius, Saturn, or you're like somewhere on that cups. Okay, the Two of Cups, surrender your attachment to results. And then challenge. So I definitely feel like this right now, you know, Pisces, Saturn, you could be getting challenged a lot in your relationship. This could also be an outside entity. Okay, this could have something to do with where's this energy I'm feeling it coming from? The Eight of Wands. Yeah, this could be this could be a lot of outside energy. This could have something to do with your property. Like you're good as long as you're away. So your property could have some type of entity or curse up on it. And the deity is telling you to surrender your attachment to the results. So you could be wanting to move or needing to move. But you feel like you're going crazy. It's something, there's an attachment. But it's not necessarily like your attachment to a person, or it feels more materialistic than anything. All right. So again, the overall surrender is surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accept it exactly as it will bring you peace. Okay. So we did all signs, right? Now, I know y'all heard me say the deity curse, right? The deity is going to be the one that helps you remove the curse off of whatever it is that's going on with y'all, right? The surrender prayer or the surrendering is how you remove it. Okay, it's how you remove it. I want y'all to take this surrender stress, put it into Google. If you don't want to meditate up on it and you trust your intuition like that, put this into Google. Okay, surrender the trust. How do I surrender the trust? Surrender the magic. How do you surrender the magic of who you are? You literally can just like look this information up, okay? Let me get y'all a Cali card. So I'm going to pick these all up. Thank you so much, Divine. I know what, let me try. Let me see something. I know what, let me try. Not that. Let me see something. Let's see if Divine wants to say anything. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello to my spirit box, to my spirit guide. Ben, are you here? Does my spirit guide want to say anything? How did these people sell their soul to dark energies? Why and how? Well, we already know why. Most times we already know why. It's always for like power, fame, money, or whatever the case is, right? And they don't think about the generations to come before. So let's see. What are the crimes that have been committed using this dark energy? Weddings and marriage. So someone has committed a crime of marrying somebody that they wasn't supposed to marry, or, you know, kind of trying to steal a relationship. Maybe stole somebody's partner, stole somebody's husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever the case is, right? So that they can have this relationship. Okay? Missing. Okay? So maybe somebody ghosted somebody else to be in a relationship with a person that they're not supposed to be in a relationship with, because somebody is doing, look at that, the crime of passion in reverse. Because somebody is doing... How
did you get here?
How did you get here? Okay. And then crime of passion is what came out. All right. Someone could have unlived somebody of some sort. It's crazy. I was singing that song. How did you get here? You're not supposed to be here. I was singing that earlier this week in a grocery store. Egotism. People feel like they're untouchable. Okay. Accident. Someone could have caused somebody to get into a car accident of some sort. A child. Okay. Causing somebody to lose a child or a baby. So that's probably doing, they're probably involved. Failure. Okay, it said failure. The ghost box said failure. So there's some sort of failure. Somebody could have tried to do death magic on a child or on somebody and it failed. Okay, the spirit box confirmed that it failed. Okay, imprisonment in reverse, and that's exactly why they're not going to prison. Okay, that's exactly why they're not going to prison. Somebody could have said that there was death magic done on a child or whatever the case is, and it did not go through. Healing in reverse. They're just not healing. They're just not healing. Okay? They're not healing. This person is not going to change. Of course. Alright? And then out of space. Oh my goodness. Out of space in reverse. Out of space in reverse. Okay? Somebody definitely is trying to escape what it is that they've done to you. Can't go away. It's so crazy. Like this voice box, it be scaring the hell out of me because I be channeling. Then it just start talking. Celebrity in reverse. Somebody feels as if they're a celebrity. And they're not. Okay? Somebody could have did something. Okay, somebody could have a lot of followers online or whatever the case is. And that's why they feel as if they're some type of celebrity. Alright, that's why they feel as if they have some type of clout or they can escape whatever type of karma this is. Okay, spiritual spouse and partner. So they could be you or them could, if this is you, take it how it resonates. Okay, don't try to run from your karma. It's coming out. But someone could definitely be experiencing a lot of karma when it comes to their relationships. Like, you know, constantly arguing with a person. That's because you're not supposed to be with them. Neglect and abuse in reverse, okay? So, and organized crimes in reverse. So whatever this organized crimes is or whatnot, they're getting abandoned. They're getting abandoned. It's almost like the entities, they They abused them. They neglected doing their spiritual work. Maybe someone has neglected doing their spiritual work with a divine being of some sort, and they're just not able to tap in anymore. Okay, whatever this organized crime is, this is being done by a lot of people. Organized crime. It's definitely being done by a lot of people. What else is it that is going on? Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, Divine. What else is going on? A male. This could be this. You could be a male, or there's a male that is that's in the energy. All right, in your energy. What other crimes is being committed by these weirdos? Suicide in reverse and intuition. Okay, so there is a I think that was that
Wrong.
okay? Somebody has it wrong. All right. I think that was Gemini. 1, 2, 3, 4 is on the clock. 12:34. So everything is the divine order. Use your intuition when it comes to this. Use your intuition when it comes to this. Somebody could be playing with somebody's intuition. Okay, they're inside of their head. They're inside of their head. They're trying to convince them that they have a lot of karmic debt, and it would just be beneficial if they were off of this planet. All right, so somebody could be trying to get you to unalive yourself.
Killed.
Oh, wow. It say killed. That's what it said. Oh, and burial. So the voice box said killed, and then you have burial. Okay, they want to bury you alive. Somebody wants you to bury yourself alive, or bury yourself in work of some sort. Okay, be burdened down. Definitely be burdened down. So it doesn't necessarily have to be some type of curse or hex of, oh, I'm going to actually physically take myself off of this earth, but you're going to look sunken in the face, look dead. And okay, somebody could be astral traveling. And that's a curse in itself too. Like, that's how you know when you have dark energy over you. You can see it in your face. You start looking like you're dead. But yet you're still alive every day. All right, what's up with the outer space and the astral traveling or whatnot? What's up with the outer space and the astral traveling? Power supply and then justice. So somebody is definitely not able to get to their power supply of some sort. They could be trying to astral travel to you, or kind of get into your energy or whatnot. Or this could be you trying to get into somebody's energy. All right. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm getting that their deities could be, jumping to you, getting to you. All right. Whatever this is, somebody definitely is doing the work, and they're getting caught up by a deity. What's justice? Thank you so much, Divine. What is justice? All right. Death card. It's the end of it. Okay. It's the end of it. We're gonna leave it there. Oh, power supply is cut off. Y'all just need to give it up. All right, let me get a Cali card and get out of here. Thank you so much, Divine. Thank you so much, Mother.
Move it.
Move it. All right, let's go ahead and get a Cali card. What does the Divine Mother want to say to us? What is the final message from the Divine Mother? Bala Bharatavita. Kamadili at the bottom of the deck. So number 44. And let's see what 44 means. "44 carries the stability and the connection of two fours to create an 8. The angel number here is to inform you that through tough times will come to an end soon. You need to make sure that you remain grounded through all the things and take things seriously in your life right now. Take care of your responsibilities. Stay strong in your personal convictions." So number 44. The tantric priestess of karmic release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterns that have so far resisted healing. Man, it sounds like Saturn. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support your work and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time, no matter how wild they may seem. The storm of your life shall be gentled and shall emerge, and you shall emerge unharmed. Okay? So it says Goddess Kali as Bharavati, as Bira. How come I can't say her name right now? Bharavati is the tantric priestess of karmic release and spiritual blessings. She liberates.
How come?
It says how come? She liberates devotees from karmic struggles, especially those who keep repeating the patterns with different players. Her presence in a reading implies patterns with different players. Her presence in a reading implies the Divine Mother's blessings of a divine disruption. Sometimes a jolt of disruption is such a shock that is temporary, unpleasant, and will feel, therefore, that it is unwanted or harmful. However, once we allow the workings of such disruption to realign our affairs, we will come to recognize and be grateful for what is taking place. We will see it as a saving grace rather than something we had to endure. The oracle predicts the season of restrictions and negative influences. Ma is adorned with flowers in recognition that she is celebrated during Puja. Unlike the fierce Kali, who is adorned in fearsome places in the dead of the night. The kind Bhararina is adorned in celebrations of the light. The puja or sacred ritual can be very simple. It is the most basic form and is called to divine one to manifest on earth. It is a creation of light and has a cleaning effect on those doing puja. And if the intentions and receptivity are strong enough on the surrounding people and areas. Okay? I talk about light in my Durga lessons. Y'all, please check out the Durga lessons, okay? Bharavati teaches that the spiritual activities can have a positive influence more than we think is possible. In the reading, Bharavati foretells of a profoundly positive and expansion energy that will become available to us if we are willing to open our hearts to her. She also reminds us that we do not have to wait until things become severe to call on the Divine Mother's assistance. We can call on her daily, not only to resolve issues, but to prevent them from gaining traction in the first place. If we align ourselves with such simple and happiness induction wisdom, our lives can become peaceful and free from unnecessary drama. Bharavati can take the form. Yes. Okay, yes. She can take the form of Kali to destroy the results of action. Fa, P-H-A-L-A, means fruit, and Hana means a female who takes something away. So Pahanarina means the woman who takes away the fruit of our actions. This means that she can conquer our karma. Kali Paranafi can cleanse our shamaras, or our mental physic imprints. There are familiar grooves that keep the soul repeating patterns. Okay? We're talking about karma here. There are familiar grooves that keep the soul repeating patterns, lifetime after lifetime. They are compromise of habitual ways of thinking and behaving that prevents us from evolving into something new and more suitable. They are karma of stuckness, limiting our freedom, creativity, and expansion. This is on point. Sakaras can be negative in quality, such as inhumane, compulsive towards perfection. But they can be something we consider positive.
You're back.
You're back? Who's back? They could be something we consider positive, such as a repeated attraction towards being a healer. Although being a healer can generate spiritual benefit if we identify with it, it can undermine our freedom to grow spiritually. It can become over-restrictive and even lead to suppressing of aspects of our authentic being that don't readily fit in with the healer archetype. I love this. An example of a healer, the Divine Mother recognized as goodness in our heart and a genuine desire to assist. Yet she will do what is necessary to protect your spiritual awakening and free you from your attachments. Yes, even attachments to helping others. Thank you. This means that you will no longer want to be a healer and that you are blocked from doing so, or you are blocked from doing so. It means you will not be able to prop up self-value using external roles. Ultimately, this is a gift, but it is a lesson that many healers find painful in the beginning. They need to learn how to offer their heartfelt work and not be attached to how it is received. Pisces, Saturn. If they see immediate results and powerful effects of the work, the challenge is not to identify with what is happening.
Open it.
Make the divine grace about their ego. If the ego
I can't leave.
If the ego is failing these lessons and getting caught up in feeling superior or inferior, then the Divine Mother will intervene. The lesson is that you can relish the role you play in your life without allowing them to define you. You are asked to take care. You are asked to take care that you don't restrict yourself to roles you play. Embrace the spiritual freedom and unconditional love necessary to be your full authentic being. You are asked to bear the discomfort of no longer relying on certain familiar patterns to give you validation. This will open you up to greater self-realization and self-possessionness and joyful freedom to be your whole self. You are on the cusp of a beautiful breakthrough in a more positive era. To amplify her blessings, open your heart to the unfamiliar. Wow. I'm loving it. I love that she spoke on being a healer and being addicted to being a healer and how that is a gift. Because at the very beginning of this reading, I was talking about how a lot of spiritualists, they get, at some point, it was authentic. Okay, at some point, it was authentic that, you know, somebody wanted to be a healer, right? But then as they may have gotten some type of acknowledgement.
This is my place.
This is my place. Look at that. So whoever is like trying to astral travel in the energy or be in the energy or whatnot, like the spirits are telling on you. You feel as if this is your place, this is where you belong, and you don't belong here. Okay? Maybe you're saying to yourself like, I can't leave here, I won't leave here, da 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 da. That's all out of ego. It's all out of ego. You could have done some type of spiritual crime. You could be facing some type of judgment, under judgment. And Divine is telling you that, I mean, she just spoke and just said that I am going to unattach you from this, okay? 9 of Cups at the bottom of this deck. Somebody has overindulged in doing something. And some type of balance definitely has to be restored, okay? Some type of balance has to be restored. All right, so that is y'all's reading. That was y'all's talk. And I am going to talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night on purpose. Have a wonderful day on purpose tomorrow. I'm not coming on here live tomorrow. Okay, but y'all listen back. I did all the signs, all the Saturn signs from Aries to Pisces. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Clear